All right. So I'm wearing my mic this time. So hopefully it's better. There's still, obviously outside noise, but hopefully it's not as bad as it was without my mic. So, you know how you get those prophecies, right? Where they're like, you're going to be a millionaire. You're going to be rich. You're going to be wealthy. You're walking into your promised land. And you're like getting all these prophetic words, and you're like looking around like, okay, God, when? Like you're getting all excited, right? You're getting like hype. Like, yeah, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a multi-millionaire. All that. And then, your circumstances are like, womp womp, not. At least not right now. And so, like, I've been there and I get that. And I've had those prophecies. I know God said, I'm going to be a multi-millionaire. And we have to remember something, that when you get these prophecies, we have to test the spirit, right? And make sure it's coming from the right place, because even well-meaning prophets at times can speak from their flesh or their heart or whatever is going on. So we have to take those things back to God for confirmation, and to see if it was really from Him. And the other thing is, we have to also remember, it doesn't mean right now, that it doesn't mean that it's happening right now. We don't know when the timing is for that. And a lot of the reasons and ways that I've gotten out of alignment with the Lord is because I know what He told me, and the prophecy and the things spoken was for a future time. And so I knew it was to happen, it was to come to pass. I didn't know when. And so I would try to make it happen. And so a part of the reason that I'm in this place, well, first off, the prophecy is encouraging, right? So it encourages you to keep going despite what the circumstances look like. But at the same time, if you're heavy in your logical side of your brain, your analytical side, like I was then and am, then it's very much like, okay, I know God said I'm going to be a millionaire. So how is that going to happen? And then you start trying to map out how it's going to happen, what that's going to look like. And the things of the kingdom and of God are rarely logical. They don't always make sense. And so we can't try to make it happen. We can't try to do things in the way that we think it's going to happen. We have to go to the Lord and find out, okay, God, you said this. You confirmed this is true. What is it? What does this look like? What is my step that I need to take right now to move forward towards that? You hold on to the prophecy, but it doesn't mean it's for you to make it happen. You have to just be obedient to the steps that the Lord is giving you. And so that was where I would fall and fail, because I would get like these things for years, right? Telling me all these things, and they just weren't happening. But it was because I was not being obedient. I was not doing what the Lord told me to do. I wasn't even asking Him. I was just like, oh, I heard this thing, so it must be like I'm in this current business, so maybe it's coming through this business, working extra hard, striving, doing all this stuff in business, because God said I'm going to be a millionaire, so it must be this, that I'm doing it through these business. So, let me get to work. Let me do the things. And yes, of course we work, but we don't strive. And you don't have to strive when you're in alignment with Him and what He's calling you to do. And so that's the thing. So one, we have to take it back to the Lord to see if the prophecy is even for us and correct. And then two, you have to know His timing and what it is that He wants you to do, if anything, to take a step forward, because he may not even want you to do anything at that moment. And then the other thing for me was that God had shown me all these things. And, like I share, like my financial situation isn't the best right now. And it's been like that most of my entrepreneurial journey. But I'm like, I've been an entrepreneur almost my whole life. So Lord, why am I not there yet? And for me, it was a stewardship issue. Like I was managing money. I was mismanaging money. I wasn't managing it. I was not taking care of it. I was not doing what it is that I needed to do to make the money multiply, to take care of the money that God was giving me, even as far as like paying bills and things. Right? I was just spending the money, using it, assuming more was going to come in. I wasn't taking care of it at all. And so, if you know that, and even like today, the things that I'm dealing with and going through today, a part of it is residual of mismanaging money, because that was something last year the Lord really refined me through, was managing money well, because I know what he spoke over me multiple times through different people. And so I know it's to come to pass. Like he has confirmed that. And so I'm for you that he has confirmed that to you, but yet it still isn't happening. Take it back to him and ask him, like, Lord, what areas of my life do I need to work on? Or am I not in alignment with you? Am I not following you that is hindering me from walking out this word that I know that you told me and that you said was for me? Hopefully you can still hear me because it's windy and I don't have my little windshield thing on. So that's the thing. Like, one, was that even from the Lord? Two, when it was spoken over you, what were the instructions? Like, what do you need to do? They tell us these words, right? But the instructions don't usually come with the word. Sometimes, yes, the Lord will say what you need to do in the prophecy, right? The Lord does give us instructions through prophecy as well. Those are the words of wisdom. Like, this is what God's saying, this is what you need to do. But even still, there is going to be further instruction. So you need to take that back to the Lord and ask him. And also for timing, right? That's the second thing. And the third thing, like, are you stewarding the money and the things that he has given you, the resources, well now, to prepare for the more, to prepare for the millions and the overflow? Because like I said, even with me being in the red right now, even with me not making enough and having enough, I know I am a multimillionaire according to God and his kingdom and what he has for me going forward. And all that money is not for me. And so the thing is, if I don't steward what is for me well, how can he give me more that I'm supposed to be filtering out to others in the kingdom if I'm not taking care of the little, right? That don't despise small beginnings. There's a reason you have this small beginning, because there is things that he's going to teach you through these small beginnings. There are things that you need to learn. There's refinement that needs to happen in these small beginnings before you have the more. Right? So as you're going through the wilderness, there's things he wants to strengthen. Ways he wants to strengthen you, things he wants to prune off of you before you go into the promised land, before you step into the millions and the multi-millions and the wealthy and the rich and all the things that were prophesied over you. Because otherwise you won't handle it well, and he doesn't want to see you destroyed. So I just want to encourage you in that, if you're like me, where you have gotten all these prophecies and all these things, and yet you're still like, bank account's negative, all this stuff. But I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm going to keep decreeing and declaring it, and I am, right? Broke is just temporary state. But anyway, keep speaking those things, keep holding on to the promises of God, but also go to him, get the instructions, and be obedient to those instructions. Like I said, I was doing my own thing. I wasn't even asking him what it was I was supposed to do to get towards that. I just thought I knew the answer. So make sure to go to him, get the instructions, and then start walking it out. And that each step that you walk with him, each step that you're in alignment with him, is going to take you a step closer to the fulfillment of that prophecy. All right, because yes, you are a millionaire. Yes, you are wealthy. Yes, you are rich. Yes, you are a multimillionaire or billionaire or trillionaire, whatever it was that the Lord told you. Because we walk by faith, not by sight, right? It's not by the circumstances. It's not by what I'm seeing right now. That's why I'm still building, but this time in alignment with him. Because I know what he said. I don't care what the bank account looks like right now. I know what my God said, and my God cannot lie. He cannot lie. My God is faithful. My God will make sure that every word he spoke over me is fulfilled. So I just got to get in alignment with it in order to see it fulfilled here on earth. All right. So I hope that encourages you. I'm going to go in the store and get my groceries. And you have an amazing, blessed day.